Project Search.
Hi, it's Danny again. Today, I have a presentation for you that will provide you with some tips for communicating with your supervisor. These tips will be very useful should you have to talk to your supervisor about something that you feel is a little bit more serious than just your everyday subjects. So watch the presentation and be ready. When we get together, I'll be quizzing you to see how well you paid attention. Project Search UTMC Remote Learning presents Communicating with Your Supervisor. It isn't always easy to talk to your boss. It can be especially challenging when you need to tell your boss something that you think they might not like. This presentation will provide some tips from experts for communicating with your supervisor on such occasions. These tips might apply in situations such as asking for help with a task you have been struggling with, sharing a concern about the workplace culture, or expressing dissatisfaction with some aspect of your job. Tip number 1, make a list. Lists can help you organize your thoughts, and they provide a nice outline for tough discussions. When you write a list, you can make sure you don't forget any of the important things that you want to say. Often your time with your supervisor can be limited, and you don't want to have to keep going back to tell them the things that you forgot to tell them the first time. Tip number 2, request a meeting. Scheduling a one-on-one meeting with your supervisor is a good way to ensure that you have the time to clearly express what is on your mind without interruptions or distractions. Don't just hand your supervisor your list of thoughts. Instead, use your list to guide you in a discussion with your supervisor. Supervisors are often quite busy, and in order to get their full attention, you may try to see if they could make a little time, even just a few minutes, to sit and speak with you about whatever it is that's on your mind. That way, you can feel more confident that the supervisor's understanding what's on your mind and that you're able to then express yourself clearly. Tip number 3, share your ideas for solutions. If possible, don't just go to your supervisor with a problem. Prepare to share an idea or two for fixing the problem. Even if your supervisor decides not to use your ideas, they will likely appreciate your initiative. So think about if you were the supervisor and all day long people came to you and complained about things, but very few people ever said, hey, I've got an idea for how we might solve this problem. They certainly would appreciate that. You're not just telling them what's wrong, but also saying, hey, I think maybe we can fix it this way or that way. Again, they may not use your idea, but it will look pretty good for you if you show that you're being proactive and have a positive attitude. Tip number 4, ask for advice. When you go to your supervisor to tell them about something you're struggling with, ask them for their advice. This can be a good way to show your boss you respect their expertise, and it can be a quick way to solve your problem. Remember, your supervisor, at least in most cases, is going to be somebody who has a lot of experience in whatever type of work you're doing. And they're going to appreciate the fact that you acknowledge that and say, hey, I'm struggling with this, that, or the other thing. Can you please give me a second and just show me what you think I should do about it? This will help you not only solve your problem, but again, it'll help the boss see that you respect them. Tip number 5, ask for help. This strategy is especially appropriate when you want to let your supervisor know about a problem you're having with a coworker. For example, if you feel you're being treated inappropriately by one or more of your coworkers, then your supervisor is the best person to seek help from. Resolving conflicts between employees is typically one of the most important duties supervisors perform. So don't just suffer thinking that people are treating you badly and just assume that there's just nothing you can do about it. You can go to your supervisor and try to see if you can get their help. And most of the time, they will see if they can help you figure things out. So the tips you just saw all came from experts. And these are all ideas that have been proven to work and proven to help people to communicate, especially on things that are maybe a little tough to talk about, but to help them communicate those things with the supervisor. And they're pretty effective. There'll be a quiz on this material when we get together. You can go back and watch it again, as always. All right, well, I'll see you then.